Ready, start. The BIFR also granted FCIL and the Government of India time till 31/3/1993 to submit their final plan for rehabilitating the company. Full stop. During the entire period of adjudication of the suit by the trial court and for a part of the period during the pendency of the appeals before the High Court, defendant company continued to remain a Sikh industrial company with a special director appointed by the BIFR and the SBI appointed as the operating agency. Full stop. On 9/5/2013, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs met and took decisions on the revival of the defendant company. Full stop. The Government of India waived off its loan and interest amounting to rupees 10,643 crore, and the debt owed to the other PSUs were settled at 30% of their respective dues as on 31/3/2003. Full stop. Meanwhile, the BIFR in the course of one important hearing looked into the progress towards the revival of the defendant company in detail. Full stop. Thus, in view of the directions of the BIFR dated 27/6/2013 referred to above, the defendant company ceased to be a Sikh industrial company during the pendency of the appeals before the High Court. Full stop. The submissions of the original defendants were focused on and limited to the following two aspects: dash jurisdictional bar on the civil court in deciding the suit instituted by the original plaintiff by virtue of section 22 within bracket 1 of the 1985 Act semicolon, and the legality and validity of the interest rate of 24% per annum awarded by the High Court in the original plaintiff's favor. Full stop. Before we proceed to answer the aforesaid issues, we would like to discuss briefly the concept of industrial sickness, the legislative scheme of the 1985 Act and the object behind its enactment. Full stop. This will help us develop a better contextual understanding of the questions before us. Full stop. Sickness in industries is a natural fallout of industrialization. Full stop. Industrial sickness can be understood to refer to a situation wherein an industrial unit fails to generate surplus and is incurring losses over a period of time, resulting in the erosion of its net worth. Full stop. Section 3 within bracket O of the 1985 Act defines a single inverted comma Sikh industrial company single inverted comma close to be one which at the end of a financial year accumulates losses equal to or exceeding its net worth. Full stop. While there could be numerous causes of sickness, the mismanagement of the industrial unit, faulty planning at the inception of an industry, technical drawbacks, recession in the market, labor disputes, changes in the fiscal policies of the government, unavailability of credit facilities, and non-availability of raw materials are some of the prominent factors causing industrial sickness. Full stop. As the Indian economy transitioned from being an agriculture intensive one towards a more industry centric one, a growing number of industries suffered huge financial losses resulting in their closure, which in turn led to the loss of employment, government revenue, and locking up of the investable funds of banks and financial institutions which were invested in setting up of those industries. Full stop. In order to curb industrial sickness and its detrimental impacts on the Indian economy, many policies and legislations were enacted over the years by the executive and the legislative wing respectively. Full stop. The aim of such enactments was twofold. Dash first, to reduce the incidence of sickness in industries by promoting a conducive industrial climate, and secondly, to identify sick companies and take effective remedial steps for revival of such companies, and upon failure, to wind them up. Full stop. One of the first such enactments was the Industrial Development and Regulation Act, 1951, which contained provisions empowering the central government to cause investigation into the affairs of an industrial company which is to be wound up. Full stop.